the festival goers, and our next guest is heading there with a new show, and it's called LOVEBOTS, and a really massive good morning Sunday welcome to Bilal Zafar, who joins us now. Good morning, Bilal.
Good morning.
Nice clear line, love it. Now, we know this isn't your first time to Edinburgh, but it's your first time taking like brand new material, isn't it?
Well, it's the third time. It's my third solo show. Yes.
And how does it feel with brand new material? Do you ever get nervous when you're taking something new to Edinburgh?
A little bit, but that's all part of it. We're very lucky to have the Fringe, so it makes us sort of work all year on a new show. But it's more, I'm more focused on the excitement, to be honest. Obviously, I've not slept for about a month.
Gosh.
And you get lots of anxiety dreams and stuff. But when I'm there, I'm sure it'll be quite fun.
It all kicks in, isn't it? I once heard someone say, if you don't get nervous, it means you don't care anymore. So obviously, you really care about your material. Of course,
That's a nice way to look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you've had some successes. You've won quite a few awards. You've had 2 previous shows as well. One was called Cake and the other was called Biscuit.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what were they about?
Oh gosh. Okay, Cakes was a show about all my shows. These 3, they're all about social media basically and how it affects our lives. Cakes was about online trolls basically, and it was about a time that my Twitter account, which is Zafar Cakes, basically my brother joked that Zafar Cakes was a Muslim-only cake shop that refused to serve anyone that wasn't Muslim, and lots of people believed it. And it kicked off a bit, and that's what the show is about. The second one, Biscuit, is all about online dating, and it's me basically trying to find love online. That's what that show is about. And the one, LOVEBOTS, now, that's basically all about the Cambridge Analytica stuff you probably heard about on the news, and those basically the horrible bots that sort of spread hate and fear. It's all about those, and this show is about me trying to spread love and compassion through my own bots that I've created.
And what I'm really interested in as well, Bilal, is that the material for the show was based on the BBC sitcom The Good Life.
Oh,
I'm trying to work out. No, I absolutely loved The Good Life, and I thought it was so ahead of its time. You know, you had Margot and Jerry and Barbara and Tom. How have you weaved this in? I'm really interested to know.
It's not a huge part of the show. It's basically so the bots that I made, the ones that are only going to spread love online, they had to have names and faces. And I'm not sure why we did this, but the first few bots we made are just characters from The Good Life.
Okay. So it's not the theme of The Good Life, the fact that these guys decided to remove themselves from earning and become self-sufficient. It's just
not I can't do that many themes in one show.
It's just the names and the characters, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, nice one.
And so what's your experience online? Because we've all had good and bad experiences online. And this cake shop sounds amazing. Yeah. What's the good news story about social media and about being online?
Oh, it can be really good for lots of stuff. I think there's lots of positivity with it. Things like the whole Me Too movement recently, things like Black Lives Matter and stuff, pretty much, all started online. So there's plenty of good stuff. I got very ill last year with pneumonia, and everyone online was really people that work for the NHS and stuff. It was all lovely. But then obviously it's the bad side of it that is the fun side, because that's what I think can affect our lives so negatively. I mean, you look at people that think that social media is not a big deal just have to look at how the President of the United States talks to the world. It's mainly through Twitter, So yeah, it's all really interesting, I think.
And what's your kind of top tips for people on social media if someone comes at you? Because I've had a bit of that this week. I've had a bit of people coming at me, and I'm a great muter. I just let them shout in an empty room. But some people fight back, don't they? What do you think?
I agree that it's the best thing to mute people, because people like being blocked as well. It's a bit weird. Something I like to do personally is I like to look at their account and see the sort of person they are, and usually they don't even have a profile picture or a real name. And I just think a lot of the time, if you look at the stuff they're angry about, you just think, well, my life is probably better than yours, and
Yeah, my bishop says bless and mute is what you should do. So,
yeah,
pray for them. You don't even have to tell them you're praying for them. Just pray for them. Send out some positivity, some good vibes, and then just gently mute them. And I think that sometimes when you got at online, it's really important to just remember that it says more about the person that's posting it than it says about you.
Yeah, and also bear in mind that those people would probably not say that to your face.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a completely different world where you can just be. It's like rudeness is the way to be, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You need to realise you're not in the real world when you're online as well.
So you've got last-minute preparations for Edinburgh. What does that look like? You got somewhere to stay?
I've sorted that.
Good.
I've not booked my train ticket, I just realised.
You should probably get on with that.
Yeah.
Do you not have people that can do that for you?
Book it for me?
Yeah. Can you not get someone to sort it out for you?
Yeah, but I'd still have to pay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So what does it... never mind the practical preparations. What do the mental and spiritual preparations for Edinburgh look like?
Well, I've got to... preparing mentally is a bit tricky. I've got lots of previews left to do, which is where I basically practice the show. So those are mainly around London now, because that's where I am. So it's just about... just getting ready for it. Because I've done it twice before, I'm not too nervous about it. It's just forcing yourself to get all the work done now. And that's the main thing, really. Once you're there, it's really fun. My show is in the afternoon. It's at 3:45 every day, so it's a nice time.
Keeping up the adrenaline and keeping spreading the positivity online.
Hopefully.
Well, we're all about that here on Good Morning Sunday. We love a good news story and we love people who are happy to be where they are. Bilal, thank you so much for joining us on Good Morning Sunday. And you can see Bilal's show LOVEBOTS from the 2nd of August right through until the 26th, but he's having a day off on the 13th. And that's at the Mash House at the Edinburgh Festival.